What's up, guys? So, if you're here watching this video, you've probably already heard me announce or talk a little bit about this either on my live stream or a tweet that I made on Twitter. Um, so, what is this about? I want to do a podcast. Now, eventually, long term down the road, I want to do an actual podcast where I have people come in and we just, talk about random stuff about the streaming world, new things, topics that are coming up that are of importance, uh, struggles, achievements, things like that in the streaming world. Before we get to that point um, for this podcast, I want to start out with sort of a smaller and more direct podcast, very short, sweet, to the point, um, and you'll see what I mean here. So for this starting podcast, what I want to do is maybe once a week right now, and I would like to get up to 3 times a week doing this small podcast. Um, so, what is this podcast going to be about? Let me give you the gist. So, the point of this podcast is for me and 1 to 2 other co-hosts, which I have in the works behind the scenes. I have guys that I'm working with. I'll get them set up so that they can co-host in case I can't make it to one of these. Um, but it's going to be me and 1 to 2 of these other co-hosts. We're going to sit down in a Discord video chat. It'll just be the video chat up on the screen so you can see everybody's perspective. Hmm. And what we're going to do is we're going to invite one smaller streamer onto the podcast for that episode. We'll sit down in this Discord call and we're going to ask it's going to be a spotlight just for this one smaller streamer. We're going to be there to talk to them, to get their viewpoint on 4 questions. It's going to be the same 4 questions every time, and basically it's just going to be an interview to that streamer. Um I guess I can give a run through right now of what the 4 questions are. So the first question is going to be um who are you? You can tell us as much about yourself as you want or what you don't want to tell us. You know what I mean? Like the do's and don'ts, what you want to be called. If you don't want to be called by your name, you want to be called by your screen name, that's your time to do it. Tell us what you want to be called, who you are, what you do. If you want people to not know anything about you, now's your time to say that. And that's your opportunity to tell them what you want them to know about you. Second question is what do you think your greatest achievement is from streaming. So, what's your greatest achievement? Have you become affiliate, become YouTube partner? Have you got a sub? That's the coolest thing that has ever happened to you. That's fine. We're talking about little small streamers. We want to encourage whatever achievement that they have. We want to encourage them about that, and be upvoting about it and say, "Yo, that's cool. Let's do it." You know, it's progress. We're starting out. So that's second question. Third question is, what is your biggest challenge in streaming? What is your biggest challenge in streaming? And I want that challenge to be directly associated and correlated to streaming. But we want to talk about directly stream related. So, like, let's talk about growth. Let's talk about exposure. Let's talk about making connections, friendships, being able to chat when you don't have viewers. Things like that that are directly correlated to you sitting down streaming or you sitting down behind the scenes of streaming. What is your biggest challenge that you face or you have to overcome in streaming? Um, that's kind of what we want that challenge to be about. So then after we ask that question, the last question is going to be your future. What do you want to do with your stream? What's the future for your stream? What goals do you have? Anything like that. So we'll ask those 4 questions. Hopefully it'll be short, sweet, to the point, 10, 15, 20 minutes even. Easy. Bing, bang, bang, out the door. Good little video. Um, let's see here. No guarantees. You're not going to be guaranteed any type of followage. You're not coming here for a follow for follow. You're not going to be guaranteed 100 viewers after this. No. The goal and the purpose of this is to spotlight the streamer, the one streamer that we bring on. We're spotlighting them. We're giving them a chance, giving them an opportunity to speak their piece. Come on here, Tell us who you are. Tell us what you do. Tell us a little about like your struggles, your success streaming, what your goals, aspirations are. Show the viewers, whoever is watching. We're gonna make it into a YouTube video too, so you can post it on your channel. We'll post it on our channels. You're gonna get a spotlight to show viewers who you are and do they want to follow you. You're gonna give them that opportunity. And I think I want to do this because I think too that if somebody clicks on your channel, right? If you're a small streamer, we all know this is true. It's hard to be active and be talkative and be chatty and show who you are when you got nobody in the chat, right? So somebody comes and clicks on your channel, there's nobody in chat, and you're enthralled in your game and you're just playing your game, trying to grind it out, trying to get some kill, whatever you're doing. That person comes, clicks on your chat, they're not seeing you. They're not seeing the best of you. They're seeing you distracted by your game. And that person may go away, never come back and say, that guy wasn't a very good streamer. And that might not be totally accurate, right? So now is your chance to show who you are. Um, give them the first impression that you want them to see. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to give you an opportunity um, to give viewers the first impression that you want them to see. So that's the main goal. Whether or not you get followers or not, that's up in the air. That's up to the viewers. All I want to do is give you the opportunity and the chance. I kind of mentioned this when we do these interviews. I'm going to be live on my end. The co-caster, streamer, or co-host, they can be live on their end too. You as a guest, you can be live as too. This will add to your live content, right? So you're going to get 15, 20 minutes of content where if a viewer comes in, you're not going to be sitting there enthralled in your game, not talking, not paying attention to anything. You're going to be doing an interview. Everybody's going to be talking. Everybody's going to be chatting. There's going to be live content that people might stick around and watch. You might be able to turn a lurker or two into a chatter because they're going to be having opinions on things that you say, things that you do in this interview. You might gain some traction that way just from your live content. Also, I mentioned I'm going to be making a YouTube video out of it. So after our interview, I will clip the interview, condense it, chop it up, make it good for YouTube. I will download it. I'm going to put it on my YouTube. I'll give it to the co-host. They can put it on their YouTube. I'll send you a copy of it. You can put it on your YouTube. So you're getting free, 15 to 20 minutes worth of live stream content. And you're going to get a free YouTube to throw in your channel that can get you views and help you towards YouTube partner. Pretty solid in my opinion. So how's it going to happen? How's the procedure going to work? Well, basically, I'm going to make plans ahead of time with these interview people that I want to interview. I have a bunch of people on my list that I myself want to do an interview on. I think that they are really good streamers and they're not getting good exposure, and I want to help them out. And I have a list of these people. If you are watching this and you want to be a part of it, reach out to me, DM me, Twitter, come to my live stream, whatever you got to do to get a hold of me, Discord, reach out to me. We'll get something set up. Also, if you want to be a co-host or something like that, we can work something out. So behind the scenes, we'll plan ahead. We'll schedule a date, schedule time. I'll schedule who can get, who's going to be hosting with me, asking the questions. We'll get that all planned out. Day of, we'll get in the Discord when it's time. We'll get in a video chat call. Make sure everybody's videos are working, everybody's audio is working, everybody's copacetic. I'll bring it all up, start recording. We'll do the podcast. We'll do the podcast. After the podcast is done, what I forgot to mention earlier is during the planning stage, I will ask you as a guest, are you going to be live for it? If you're going to be live, are you going to plan on being live afterwards? If the answer to that is yes, we're going to hit you with a community raid, I guess you could call it. We're not going to actually raid you, but we'll all go to your stream, hang out in your stream, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever, we feel comfortable doing. Hang out there. You can play a couple games, we'll talk in your chat, hang out. The spotlight is on you. This is your day, right? If for whatever reason you don't want to be live or you're not going to be live after the podcast, you can pick a person that is live streaming at the time, and we will do the same thing to that person. I don't care who it is. We'll go raid that person in your name, right? Well, I'll go into the chat and say, yo, this is a raid from, not a raid from me, not a raid from the podcast, not a raid from, oh, I didn't even mention the name of the podcast. We're calling it the No Name Podcast. Like KNOW, but then like parentheses around no. So it's like kind of double entendre. Anyways, besides the point. So we'll raid that person in your name. We'll go to the, oh, you're being raided by whoever the name of the guest is. That way, you're still getting the exposure. This is you. This is your day. You know, I think that'd be a cool idea. That way, everybody understands. I'm not doing this for my views. I'm not doing this to gain clout on my end. This is solely. I just want to bring awareness to these smaller streamers and give them, you know, their time to shine. Um, After that, after the podcast, after the raid, 10, 15 minutes of a raid, everybody can go back to whatever they're doing, move on with their lives. Within a day or two, I should be able to get a YouTube video out to everybody that was involved. We can post all the YouTubes on our channels, free content. After that, what do you do after your day is come and gone? You'll be in this Discord. You can make connections in the Discord, chat with anybody. Hopefully, people will reach out to you, saw your video, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I saw your video. I've had same issues, same problems. I like the game that you stream. I'll have to check you out." If you make connections, that's a great side effect. It's not the purpose of this, but it's a great side effect of it, and I'm sure that that's going to happen for a lot of people. Two, after you do your interview, if you're a good fit, we had a good time, we talked well, we meshed well, and you want to become a co-host as well and do other interviews with other people, I bring you onto the team. So what's the interview like? I'll just do a mock-up interview for you. Okay. So first question is, who are you? My name is Corey. Um, People know me as Slip Trick, but a lot of people call me just Slip. So you hear people just refer to me as Slip. Hey, Slip, what's up? So you can call me Slip or you can call me Corey. I don't really care. Who am I? I've been a carpenter for 10 plus years. Um, I had I don't really have an accident, but I developed an issue with my back, my sciatic nerve, and some other back issues where I had to stop working construction. This was right around the time of the pandemic. I never really ended up getting another job. A lot of times, maybe half of the days out of the month, I could. It's very hard to walk. Could barely walk. Sometimes I have to have my wife help me put pants on. It's so bad. So I don't really work. We don't need the money. Our financial situation is so good where I can just chill out and stream all day, and I enjoy that. That's cool. If I can make some money doing it on the side, so be it. Not really my main focus to make money. Just want to make connections and grow a community. So that's simple. Introduce yourself, who you are, you know, things like that. Next question is, what is your biggest achievement? My biggest achievement basically happened recently. I've been streaming for a long time, 8 years probably. I never really was into it like full time, like trying to grow. I just kind of came home, whatever, flipped on a stream, fired up a game, just play and just chill and whatever. I never really embraced the content creation side of it. So just recently, I've been being regular on posting content on YouTube, TikTok. I'm branching out. I'm streaming on 3 different platforms at the same time. I'm trying to gain traction on Twitter as well, and I feel like over the last month I've increased my reach quite a bit. So that would be my greatest achievement so far. Hopefully, my well, I'll get to that next question. But anyways, what is your biggest hurdle or challenge that you have to overcome? I would say my biggest challenge, and this is what I was talking about earlier, is when I do not have an active chat. I'm an introverted person, so when I do not have an active chat, I shut down. I focus on my game. I don't talk. I'm quiet. And as you can see through this video, I'm a very chatty person. But if I don't have anything to talk about or someone to talk to, I shut down. I'm quiet. I'm focused on my game. I want to play. I'm a very competitive person, so I'm really into my game and I want to play it. So that's like my biggest challenge is talking to myself, trying to be engaging, even though there's nobody or I perceive nobody talking in my chat. There could be a lot of lurkers, and I'm just sitting there looking like a fool, and they're watching me look like a fool. I would say that is my biggest challenge, and that's something that I need to work on and continue to get better at. The last question is, what are your plans for the future, or what are your future goals? Well, my current goal right now is to achieve YouTube partner, so I can monetize my YouTube shorts. I'm not a big fan of long form YouTube videos and all that jazz, so I would like to make money just making YouTube shorts off clips and funny stuff like that. Um, that's my goal. I want to do that. The other goal I have is to obviously make this podcast and get it working, get it rolling, so we can help as many people as possible. So that's right now just the biggest goal as YouTube partner, if not even a bigger goal. And I want to act fast on this, so we can get it rolling. That's my biggest goal. So then after that, we would go raid me, or if I'm not streaming, I would go raid whoever that person would recommend that we go raid. We'd go chill out in there, make a YouTube out of this. Now, my interview was very short, simple, sweet, to the point, because I don't really care about me. You guys don't really care about me. Let's go on. We want to go to the smaller streamers that we want to get exposure to. Their interviews can be as long as they want. They can make it short, sweet, simple, to the point, or they can talk about their life. I don't care. We're here for them. This is exposure to them. They have the spotlight. This is their day, their moment to shine. They want to give the impression to the viewers. This is their time to do it. What else do I have here? I think that's it. I think I talked about it enough. I showed kind of the ins and outs of what I want it to be like. It does not have to be very long at all. Um, so yeah, if you want to be involved, if you want to be a guest or you want to be a host, someone doing the interviews with us, reach out to me. Reach out on Twitter, uh, come to my live stream, Discord if you have it. Reach out to me, shoot me a message. So yeah, that's basically it. And next time I see you guys, probably be interviewing a small streamer. So hang out, keep your eyes peeled, and we'll see you in the next one.